Howdy, howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again, and we have a huge box here in the studio for you today. It is going to be one fun diecast unboxing video, so if you haven't already, please give it a huge thumbs up, and let's go ahead and hop right into it. Oh my goodness, man. This is a huge box. So let's go ahead and open it right up. This is, of course, from our friends at B Diecasts. Of course, you know, you already know the drill, guys. There's a promo code down below you can use to save on shipping your next time you order some diecasts from there. And I tell you what, it adds up. It certainly does. That helps you save on shipping, guys. Feel free to check that out down below. And let's go ahead and dive into this unboxing video. So this thing is absolutely loaded with 164 diecasts. And let's go and kick it off and look at this. It is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. What is this? The Irish Spring Kroger Chevrolet Camaro. The first ever Ricky Stenhouse Jr. car to be made in the Gold Series with his JTG Doherty days. They only made the test car from the next gen wave, and that was a Authentics exclusive. So this is the first true Ricky Stenhouse Jr. JTG car, which is really cool to see. I love to see it, guys. The Irish Spring paint scheme. I'll be the first one to admit it's not the greatest looking paint scheme. I'm just happy a 47 car got made. That is freaking awesome. That's like almost a must-have for all you diecast stop-motion cats out there. So what a great diecast to have right there. Oh, check this one out right here. The first ever Noah Gregson Cup car to be made. And this one's so popular. It is the Wendy's number 62, the Biggie bag. Every time I think of Biggie, I think of some very famous music. But yeah, this is an awesome looking paint scheme. It does kind of have the graphite painted wheels, if you will. Pun intended there. But it's a really cool paint scheme. The first time we've ever seen a Wendy's car made, it is the first ever 62 Cup car to be made in the Gold Series. I want to say, I could be completely mistaken, but I can't remember a Brendan Gaughan or a Beard Motorsports car getting made. So that is so freaking cool. Noah Gregson got that diecast. I got his first ever Cup Series diecast made there, which, think about long term. It could get rare. I don't think it is. It's almost a surefire bet it's going to the Authentics line, but you never know, guys. And here's the guy who did the front flip or the barrel roll or whatever you want to call it at the Coca-Cola 600, one of the most iconic wrecks in Charlotte Motor Speedway history. And it was in this beautiful paint scheme, or at least very similar to it. It is the Fifth Third Bank Ford Mustang. Let me tell you, they've been running the same crappy Fifth Third Bank paint scheme for the past, 5 years. And they finally said, screw it, we're going to run something good. This is such a better paint scheme than last year. Oh my goodness, it's not even close. This one's 10 times better than that paint scheme. You'll love to see it, guys. It's definitely got some Darrell Waltrip vibes to it. The silver number. The kind of the satin finish, the white, the green, kind of a mid-tone blue. Very, very sharp. Definitely an awesome Chris Buescher Ford Mustang. And it's crazy to think that cat won at Bristol. And here's our first ever Daniel Suarez next-gen Chevrolet Camaro. This is really, really cool. We already have the Ross Chastain diecast reviewed here, in the studio, and now we have the Daniel Suarez version. So we'll be doing a full diecast review on all these paint schemes here in this gigantic diecast unboxing. So let's go ahead and keep digging here, and wow. The Corey LaJoie, is it Schluter Systems? I don't even know how you pronounce it correctly, but regardless, this thing is incredible, man. It's like a winter kind of an Arctic camo with some a very bright orange accents to it. I mean, what a great looking paint scheme. I tell you what, the Schluter Systems cars have been absolutely fantastic, and I want to say this is the first Corey LaJoie paint scheme to be made for the next gen era. What an awesome diecast, guys. If you haven't picked up this car, what are you waiting on? That's a fantastic looking hot rod right there. Go ahead and set that to the side, and let's keep digging here in the parcel, and we got ourselves a Xfinity diecast. This is Justin Allgaier's Door Bumper Clear Podcast, the Dirty Mo Media car. The paint scheme's pretty interesting. I will admit it's not my favorite thing. I really don't. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of missing something, but it is cool to see this diecast get made. I'm all for more paint schemes. It's a shame they don't make more Xfinity cars because there's always amazing looking hot rods out there that never get made. So I wish they would make more Xfinity cars. And we got the Dr. Pepper Toyota Camry for Bubba Wallace. And just like the Wheaties car, the outlining of the 23 is reflective. So on the Wheaties car, it was gold. On this one, it's actually silver. And my goodness, it might be a little hard to see this. We'll try to zoom in for you real quick. Hopefully the box glare doesn't destroy it. But if you can see, there's a little shimmer. It's a lot brighter than that. The box color. So you can see it right there, how it's like really shiny. Yeah, it does have that reflective kind of silver leaf effect to it on the outside edge of the numbers, which looks fantastic. That was something we didn't have on the last gen car, so that's something new with the Gen 7 variant. But really cool to see the Dr. Pepper 23 car back on the racetrack for the new generation of cars. And whoa, check this one out. This is this is not a Daniel Suarez car. No, it is a Trackhouse Racing test car. This is I want to say this is the first official test car to be released in the Gold Series. We had a whole buttload of them made for the Authentics line, and it was at Wave 2, and then they had the Next Gen Bonus Wave, which is pretty much the bona fide donor car wave. But that's besides the point. This is an incredible looking diecast, and I tell you what, if you had a diecast series, I would use this as a normal paint scheme. Think about it. It's got the Goodyear logo. It's got the Cup Series logo. You could put, Daniel Suarez name banner there or whatever you want. You could really turn this into a normal paint scheme. Like, you could take a spare Daniel Suarez diecast, right? Let's say you accidentally bought 2 of them. You could take the windows out of that, pop it into this diecast, and guess what? You have a really cool alternate paint scheme that would look great at like a Bristol night race or something for Daniel Suarez. So that's what I would do, guys. I would customize that one, and you could use it as a normal paint scheme because it's just that freaking epic, that whole livery. So very glad to see that car get made. And speaking of which, another one. It is Daniel Suarez, the Freeway Insurance paint scheme. This is a new sponsor to get made in the 1/64 scale. I don't remember them having a diecast made before. I will say that the green is a very, very nice shade of green. This car just screams the Geico 13 car, if you ask me. I mean, it really does remind me of it. It's got the green numbers. It's got that medium tone blue, and then you have the white background. If you kind of squint just a little bit, you could really see the Germain Racing 13 car. Really cool paint scheme for Daniel Suarez right there. And it's nice to get some of his die casts here in the studio because, they've been kind of a dry spell. So it's good to see some of his race cars in hand. And oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It is the Alex Bowman Best Friends car. Look, the Alex Bowman cars this year, they got screwed up. If you're unaware, apparently whenever they did their approvals before the season started, Hendrick basically signed off and said, this like faded, like almost a khaki color, it's accurate to our real race car. Let's approve the production of that. So pretty much all the Alex Bowman white paint schemes got screwed up, and they look like they've been sitting in a smoke shack for 10 years, and they're extremely yellowed. Yeah, they look really tacky this year. I'm sorry. I'd rather have a custom made of this car than the real thing. It's a shame because some of these paint schemes got ruined, including the Las Vegas win. But I will say that I'm extremely grateful to get it. But if I was a hardcore Bowman fan, I would take this car, strip it, and put decals on it, repaint it, and do it the correct way. I will say though, this whole paint scheme definitely gives me some Fruity Pebble vibes, which is pretty cool. Why not? Yeah, that's the Ally Best Friends car. That off-color paint job's really throwing me for a loop because when it comes to diecast, you know darn well what the real color of the car is supposed to be. So when you see it off-color on the diecast, it bugs you. Now this is freaking cool. This is Chase Briscoe's first ever win. This is the Phoenix win for Mr. Briscoe. And my goodness, something is... I don't know what's up with this paint scheme, but something is really different with it. I don't know what it is, guys. It's something is really different. Like, the whole side panel of this car looks gigantic. Like, the 14, the Mahindra... you know, generally when you have these race win cars, they make the logos a little bit more accurate, obviously, to the real thing. So, for some reason, the whole side pot of this car looks like completely different than the clean release of this paint scheme. Which, I mean, hey, I'm all for authenticity, but regardless, it's got confetti on it. This thing is freaking cool, man. A race to win car for the Spring Phoenix race. When's the last time that has happened? For the Spring Phoenix race, we had a race to win 164. It could have been a long time ago, because I don't remember it. But that is so cool. Briscoe first win. If you're a Briscoe fan, guys, you're going to make sure you get that. We got one more car here in the box. So you probably see it already. It is the Vegas race to win for Alex Bowman. This one's such a bittersweet paint scheme. I feel for LW3 because I know how much of a Bowman fan he is. I'm a Bowman fan too. But this one, I mean, they finally make a race to win 164 for Bowman in the Gold Series. The whole car, like if you look at the victory lane photos, it is white. The car is bright snow white. Why does it look like it's been sitting in a smoke shack for the past 15 years, right? I don't get it, guys. You know, I can understand, you know, when the season starts, sometimes they screw up and they put the wrong paint codes in. That happens, right? But what gets me is that they base these cars off what is actually in victory lane, and they still screwed up the color of it. I just don't get it, guys. I don't get it. But if you're a Bowman fan and you really want this diecast, go ahead and get it. You know, I am grateful to have it, but truth be told, if I was a gigantic Bowman fan and I was collecting all his 164s, this thing would go right to a donor car, and I would recreate the Las Vegas win. I would have confetti on the windshield. I would detail everything I could on this thing. Yeah, I would completely redo this car because, again, when paint colors are not authentic to the real car, it drives me nuts. And all the Bowman cars, unfortunately, have been screwed up this year. So go figure on that one. Alrighty, folks, that is all for now. And here is a little recap of this pretty big diecast unboxing. I mean, think about it. We got like, what, 12 diecasts here in the studio. My favorite one, though, I'm torn. Because we finally got a Ricky Stenhouse Jr. diecast, but we also got a Noah Gregson car. You know that paint scheme's going to probably be in every single diecast stop motion the entire year. Same with that one down there, the 47 car. And then we got 3 Daniel Suarez paint schemes. I know that one's a test car, but to me, I would use it as a Daniel Suarez paint scheme. It has the 99 on there. It's an incredible looking race car. That's just my honest opinion. And then you got Chase Briscoe's first ever Cup win. That is so freaking cool. I love that. It is so cool. The Mahindra paint scheme. Oh, that's so cool. The Chris Buescher, Fifth Third Bank, the Bubba Wallace, Dr. Pepper car. So many great looking paint schemes here, guys. And wow. What do we review first out of this? We still got like 15, maybe 20 other diecasts we have to review, so we're loaded on content, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, there's never been a better time to subscribe and to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out when any of these diecasts get reviewed and you get a full look at these cars. Maybe you're on the fence, maybe you're like, you know what, I want one of these cars for Christmas, but I'm not sold on it just yet. Check out the diecast reviews. You get a full 360 view, and it will help you be able to make more better purchases for your own diecast preferences. And I tell you what, sometimes we see some surprises, right? And that's the beauty of diecast reviews. So that's all for now, guys. Have a great day out there, guys. Stay humble. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.